I'm kind of a freak, so I kind of like being naked.
Okay. A lot of girls want to be in Playboy. You were in Playboy. What are the things that led to that case? I mean, so it wasn't the dancing, right? Was it you? Were you networking with the right people? What was going on at that point?
Yeah, eventually I just moved down here,
Mm-hmm.
and then
From Reno down here. So you were
yeah,
dancing in Reno, and then you started dancing in
yeah.
Vegas. Where were you dancing in Vegas?
In Vegas, I danced everywhere. I danced at Rhino, Sapphire,
Uh-huh.
but also in Reno, I danced there for like 2.5, 3 years. And I worked for a general manager at the time that basically told me like, you know, you're never gonna amount to anything. Why would you want to leave this club? And like, so then I it just was like, I made it a point like to where like I
Of course.
had like, because he told me this was the reason why I had to make it a point to like leave.
I'm with you.
I probably would have stayed had he not said it, you know? So it's like it was a very pivotal moment for me because I'm like, okay, well now I know that like I need to do this. Like this is something that I need to do. So yeah, definitely moving was a good idea because you know Reno's fun, but
For sure.
it's very small.
Can you talk about the connections? Did you contact Playboy? Did they contact you? Like what are the things? Did you do a shoot that led to somebody at Playboy seeing you to cause you to go do that, or did you do
No.
Cybergirl first? Like what were the steps there?
When I moved down, I got really really into poker.
Okay.
So I love playing poker. And I play like 2-5, 5-10, no limit.
Did you ever?
I play cash games.
Did you ever do anything with Victory Poker with Dan Fleischman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I love Dan. Dan's awesome.
Yeah, it was at his birthday last week.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know, I was hanging out with all these poker people.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, Black Friday happened or whatever, and
So
that was like super.
For those of you who don't
traumatic.
know, it's April 15th, 2014. I don't know if you could look that up, but it's the day that online poker became illegal or like heavily regulated.
Yeah.
And so Victory Poker
Like
had to shut down.
Full Tilt and
Full
Poker
Tilt.
Stars.
Yeah, they all had to shut down because of that.
Yeah.
And so that changed everything. Bilzerian talks about that. Dan Fleischman talks about
Yeah.
that. So yeah, it happened for you as
A
well.
lot of people had money that was like tied up in it
Mm-hmm.
at the time, but I didn't. But I was definitely playing online, maybe a couple thousand, if that. Like,
April 15,
not
2011.
much.
Poker players throughout the United States woke up to this image in front of their favorite online poker site. The site could not process withdrawals because the DOJ had
Yeah.
seized their bank accounts.
Yes.
That's crazy. Yeah. Pretty crazy. Yeah. Fleischman said he just dissolved the whole company. He didn't try to fight it or anything.
Yeah,
It was pretty
But
well.
did he end up recuperating?
Yeah, I think he
any
did.
of-
I think he
okay.
did. Yeah. But I mean, it was a huge part. I mean, that's where he got,
It
that's what
probably
started.
took a long time. And It was like a big investigation.
Yeah. All right, so you're doing that. You're living here. What part of town are you living in back then? Are you living in the high rise? You living in Pano with all the other poker players?
No. I mainly lived I lived on the Strip for a little while. I liked living down
Like
there.
Veer? Where'd you live?
No. I don't want to say here.
Oh, you don't live there anymore.
Yeah, I don't live there anymore. but
Okay.
I don't want to. I don't need to talk about my address
For
or
sure.
anything.
Yeah.
But thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've lived in Vegas a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was friends with a lot of guys who played poker, guys and girls. I played a lot of girls heads up, cash, no limit too. And then I just like got more and more into modeling and stuff. Cause I mean, you know, like people would, it was mostly because people would say to me, like when I was playing poker with them, they're like, are you like a famous model or something? I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, I'm just a girl.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just like kind of put one foot in front of the other towards that direction and started, you know, working more with Playboy and like putting myself out there a little bit more.
Did you have a favorite?
And a little bit more and a little bit more and then a lot more.
Did you have a favorite photographer? Did you shoot like David Meese or anybody like
I've
that?
shot with a lot.
Yeah.
I've shot with a lot.
Interesting.
I've definitely developed like a huge love for just photography and you know, makeup and lighting and like wardrobe, and I love it all. I love being on set more than anything. I
Right.
think everybody does.
So do you think
Even
that
coming here is super exciting because I'm like, this is a set. Like, I like this set. Yeah.
Lana's excited too? She
Right?
yes. So
Exciting.
so you dancing before you posed nude, do you think that helped, or were you excited? So when I talked to Jesse Preston, I talked to Nara Ford about this, and they're like, when Nara said she did her first adult scene, she was like, no, what's it called, anxiety whatsoever. She was excited to do it. Jesse, when she posed for Playboy, she said at first she was nervous about it, and then after a few minutes that she wouldn't even put her clothes back on. She was so excited. What was the first experience like for you?
Oof. I'm kind of a freak, so I kind of like being naked.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was never a transition. You were ready to go.
I think that everyone should have the right to express themselves, stand up for their freedom. We're born naked. Most of the time we die naked. You're born alone, you die alone. Like these clothes are new. Like we weren't supposed to have clothes before. So what is this?
Yeah.
This is a made up, manufactured material that you're saying that I have to wear on my body. That's debatable because we're human, So like humans were born a certain way.
Yeah.
And to say that we have that, that this is a law, well, that's a man-made law, but that's definitely not
Sure.
God's law.
Yeah.
If you really want me to be honest.
Right.